think we have been able to give a theoretical frame to something that we have been doing intuitively for many, many years. So, when you find a solution and an explanation for something that you have been doing, it's always good. So it has not revolutionized our thinking, but it has allowed us to focus much more on this crucial question about when you make a strategic decision, how much value are you really creating? Well, you intend, because you never know. You only know afterwards how much you really create. But you intend to create for the shareholders, and how much are you intending to create for society? And as you put this into practice, you don't only look anymore on return on invested capital, or what is the impact on your cash flow, or what is the interest costs. This is one part of the set. You have a second part. You say, how many jobs are you creating additionally? How many indirect jobs are you creating? How many educational support are you bringing into a place in order to have your workers being updated? How many wastewater are you going to treat, and how many of the village might be going through the things? You have another set of key performance data. And I think that what has moved the most, that we have now key performance data which we are reporting the same way as we are reporting the financial results, the social results. So our shareholder report has now a financial set of data, and it has a societal set of data. And both of them are equally important. Both of them are transparent and be clearly shown to our shareholders and to the outside world. First of all, I have not even said that water should be priced. What I'm saying is water should have a value. And pricing is one way to get value, clearly, and perhaps the most efficient one. But more importantly for me is water should have a value. Now, water has the highest value in the recognition of the UN that water is a human right. That's the highest recognition you can have as a value. The issue is that the UN resolution defines water as a human right to these 25 liters of water that we need for hydration and for minimum hygiene. And if everybody in the world would have access to this human right, this would account for 1.5% of total water consumption of the mankind. So the 1.5%, I'm the first one to say it's a human right. I'm the first one to defend it. But what I'm saying is the 98.5% that we are using to sprinkle our lawn, to sprinkle the golf courses, to fill up our swimming pools, to wash our cars, I don't think that this necessarily is a human right. And that if we would give a price or a value to this water, we would not misuse the water in such a manner as we are doing it today. That's my statement. Well, I would say, first of all, data. And we know, you know now, that you have, 47.8% anemic children, for example. Some of the data I have in mind. Where are they? What are they eating? Okay. Once you have this data available, and I'm sure part of it must exist, I'm not a specialist in India, you then can start with fortification. And this is something that both government but also private enterprises can do and should be doing. As a matter of fact, the anemia problem in India, we have looked at that. That's the reason why we are fortifying, for example, the Maggi 2-minute noodles, fortifying them with iron in order to, because we know there's a big part which is being eaten by children. Okay? So, but that might not be enough. For example, in Europe, after the Second World War, all salt that has been sold has been ionized before, and that has avoided a big amount of throat goitre, things like this. So at Nestle, what we are doing, for example, we are ionizing all Maggi cubes in West Africa. They are now all with ionized salt, because that's a big problem down there. Now, vitamin A in South Asia is extremely important. Hundreds of thousands of children are still going blind because they have a lack of vitamin A. Now, there's a possibility to do that. So I think once you have really a good database, you can then afterwards very focalized use micronutrients in order to overcome these problems.